Hi, Spencer. Alan Cocker with ABC, hitting coordinator for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm going to run through your video a couple of times, talk about a few things, and then we'll slow it down and draw some lines. And I'll point out some of the things that I talk to my guys about. I mean, you know, Spencer, I look at your setup position and your load, and you get to a really, really good position. You stay down into your legs. You're a good sized, strong young man with good leg strength. And the one thing that I see is once your stride foot lands and you start to swing, you really lock out and straighten out that front leg, and that kind of recoils you back onto your back foot. And you know, I think what you need to understand is that power comes from the ground. So if I can compress and stay down into the ground and hold that position with a good athletic lower half, I can use the ground and I can use my legs as a source of power. And you can see when your leg starts to straighten out, the barrel of your bat really finishes its path or its swing across your body very, very quickly. And we want that. We want to get to the ball with some good rotation, good lower half drive into the front leg, but we want to maintain that position so that the barrel can continue to extend through the ball even after contact, and that's how we drive the ball even harder. So I'll slow things down a little bit, show you what I'm talking about. Okay, when we get to the loaded position, I mean, you know, really what we're looking for at this time with my guys, you know, I'm looking to see if they have equal bend in both knees, and we can see that you do. Both these knees are inside the feet, and this is just a good athletic balanced position. We want these hips to be square. Yours are. We want these shoulders to be square. Yours are. We want the hand shoulder height. You're good. We want the hand separated back behind the back knee. Yours are. We want head sitting right over the top of the belt buckle in a good attacking position. You're there. One thing that we might look at here would be your stride foot. We don't want to get that too much more open than 45, and you're at, what is that? What's that say? 50, 55 or something like that. You know, maybe slightly a little bit open, but you do a good job of keeping this front hip closed up. You know, a lot of times when hitters open up this stride foot much more than 45, this front hip starts to leak open to the pull side, and really you keep your front hip under you very, very well. You do a very, very good job of that, okay? Now as we start to get into the swing, you know, what we want to do now is all this weight is gathered and we have energy in that back leg. We want to transfer it into the inside part of this front leg, okay? So we'll go forward. We'll see that you start to get good drive, okay? Now just make sure that this knee right here, make sure that that knee does not get outside that front foot, all right? That's leverage. And if that knee stays inside that front foot, then we can drive into it. If it continues to slide forward and get outside your front foot, it never absorbs the energy coming from the back leg or the back side of our body. So make sure as we go forward, make sure this knee continues to stay inside that front foot. Okay, we'll go forward. Okay, we're still in a pretty good position right here. Now as we start, let me run it back one click. As we start to release the barrel of the bat at contact, okay, let's take a look at the position that you're in. You are palm to palm down, very strong position, okay? Your head and eye looking right down the barrel of the bat. Again, very, very good position. It's important for you to know, Spencer, that as soon as the head and eyes come up to follow the flight of the ball, the swing is done, okay? So it's a good habit to get into keeping those head and eyes down in the hitting zone, and it doesn't matter if we're in a cage doing drills, tees, soft toss flips, whatever, taking batting practice in the cage. Get in the habit of keeping that head and eyes down just like you have them right here for at least one count after contact, okay? We can finish our swing if we do that. Now, let's take a look at your lower half right here, particularly this front knee. Watch what happens. Okay, here's your front knee, all right, and I'm going to draw a line on the top of your head. Okay, at this particular point, We want to maintain this position, and we want our hands to continue to bring the barrel, release the barrel forward, and then a long, full finish at the end of our swing, okay? Let's watch what happens. Pay attention to this front leg. Front leg, okay, there we go. See how it stiffens up? And when it does, see how your head comes up above this line? Spencer, what you're doing is you're pushing out, you're pushing up, you're pushing away from your source of power. Your source of power is the ground. We want to compress down into the ground. The position we're in right here is absolutely perfect. That's a great position. Maintain that position. Let your hands continue to come forward. Let barrel release and let it get through the ball. Get to contact and extend through, but don't push up. We don't want this head coming above this line. We don't want this knee locking out, getting straight, and pushing up out of the ground. That's going to cause the extension in your bat, past contact, to abruptly finish across your body. Okay, watch this. We get to contact. Okay, watch how quickly you get into your finish. We're losing power. We're losing extension. We're losing drive in our swing because we're pushing up and we're not extending the barrel through the ball. Okay, so the best way for you to work on this is to simply get a tee and set that tee right down the middle of the plate, just in front of your strike foot. Okay, we're going to put a little ball on the tee. And now I want you to work on getting to that loaded position that you get into. You do a very, very good job of getting into that loaded position, right about there. You're perfect, okay? Everything's perfect. Now, maintain this position. Have your dad, have your coach, have a teammate, okay? Pick out a spot on the wall, or if it's on the cage, pick out a spot so that your head does not come up above that spot. If, say right here, it's the dugout, okay? Have them watch and make sure that if you stay down into your legs like you are right here, when you extend through this ball, contact, your extension will continue to stay this way, okay? And then you'll finish, you'll stay into a nice full finish, but you'll get to this ball with maximum bat speed, and you'll extend through this ball with maximum bat speed, using the ground, compressing, pushing down into the ground to draw energy and power from the ground. When you push up, we finish the swing abruptly, and we don't get through the ball as good as we possibly could. You get yourself into some really, really, really good positions. Just maintain that from contact into extension into your finish, okay? You see how we've come up right here? And then that just brings our bat around our body this way, all right? But this is a drill that's going to help you. You do a lot of things really, really well. We just need to keep you down into your legs more so that you can get more bat speed, more extension through the ball, okay? This is a drill that's going to help you. You're going to need someone to help you and watch you to make sure that your head is not coming up. And I think you're just going to start hitting the ball harder and harder. So